Hello, everyone, and welcome to week 20 of 52 Weeks with Spirit. I forgot to put my background on, but you know what? Let you see the cards, let you see the office. Um, this week's message is actually a really, really interesting one. And the reason is because I anytime I record these, I want to be real, I want to be authentic, I want to talk about things that you may resonate with just as much as I do. And so over the last few days, I've been thinking about how I wake up, right? And do I wake up groaning and grumbling about, oh, I have to get up, I have to have, I have to get ready for work, I have to make coffee, I have to let the dogs out. That sets the tone for the entire day. How we wake up every single day sets the tone for our day. And I think it's something that we often forget or we often don't think about, right? So as per example, yesterday I woke up and I was like, "Oh, I don't want to go to work. I don't want to do this." And yes, I had a good day, but the beginning part of my day wasn't great. I was in a bad mood. I was grumpy. I was grumbling. I was complaining. And so it set the tone. And so I thought, let me try something. So this morning I woke up. Last night before I went to bed, I prepped my coffee maker. I laid my clothes out. I put my towel out for my shower. And I woke up and I was like, yes, today's going to be a great, amazing day. I'm going to get so much done. It's going to stay busy. That's going to help the day go by. And it truly was. And on top of that, I even got asked to stay an extra couple hours. And so it really does dictate how our day goes by. So anytime during the day when you're feeling frustrated or you're feeling tired, or you're feeling exhausted, stop what you're doing. Take a deep breath in through your nose, out through your mouth, count to 10, whatever you need to do to bring your back self back to center and just focus on the next step. In life is about baby steps, right? Taking one step before the other, just like when you're learning to walk. And the same thing happens in our daily life. It's a baby step mood. So whatever we do leads to another step and another step. And I think it's really important to talk about this because I think as society, we get so caught up in being so fast and so busy, and we forget about everything else. I had a customer come through my till today, and just before I was off, and I could tell this woman wasn't having a good day. I could truly tell that just by her demeanor and everything. There was a delay on my till from the person before who had a big, order. And she looked like she was in a rush, and she didn't like that she had to wait an extra few minutes so that I could get this elderly woman with an oxygen tank out the door. And she wasn't happy about that, right? She kind of left in a tough. And to me, that's someone that didn't maybe wake up on the right time of the right side of the bed, or woke up late and her whole day has been thrown off. Sometimes we wake up after our alarm clocks are supposed to be going, and then we're rushing. And then that sets the momentum for the entire day as well. So we really need to get into this placement of just being mindful of those moments we're in, being mindful of our thoughts, being mindful of the things we do, and to really focus on staying positive, right? So I want you to try that out this week. I want you for the next, till next Wednesday, I want you to take the time every single morning to see how you're waking up. And if that pattern continues day after day of day, that you're feeling, exhausted, tired, grumpy, irritable, look at how you wake up, right? Anytime we gripe and groan, we're going to create more of that griping and groaning, right? And I've talked about this in the past about, what we put out into the universe is what we get back. So if we have our thoughts always in the negative, we're going to be negative. If we have our thoughts in the positive, we're going to be positive people. And it takes a lot less energy to just be positive than it is negative. The other thing I want to let you know is even in those times of grief or sorrow or sadness or breakup or loss, whatever you're going through, there are ways to deal with it. There are ways to cope with it. You know, someone asked me the other day, she's like, my mom passed away a year ago, and Tammy, the grief is not getting easier. And I said, it won't. And I'd be lying to say it would. Grief doesn't get easier. You're going to have good times. You're going to have the bad times. You're going to have good days and bad days. But what I do know is that every single year, every single day, we get to choose how we show up. So, how are you showing up? And don't shame yourself or blame yourself or guilt yourself into this outlook of where you need to be, right? Just be in those moments because truly that's all we have is those little tiny minute moments throughout the day. So where's your focus? Is it into the negative? Is it into the energy of, oh, I don't want to get up. Today's going to suck, right? Because you're building yourself up for that for the rest of the day. So tomorrow morning, I want you to wake up and I want you to go, today's going to be a good day. And just think that thought all day long. Even when something comes in that could destroy your mood, just think today is going to be a good day. So that's your message this week. It's short, it's simple, but I also want to let you know that you're amazing. Remember, guys, June 7th is the June 7th is the time of the course that's starting up about rising up and the time to rise. And it's an opportunity for you to rewrite your story. I'm still offering it to you guys for $59. No tax, no nothing. So if you message the page on Facebook, Rise Up with Tamara, and let me know you want in on that. It's a 9-week course. We meet every Saturday, and it's an opportunity for you to really rise up, to really work on your self-confidence, your self-esteem, your self-love, inner child healing, shadow work healing, all of that. And learning to love yourself and to learning to make yourself a priority. I think in life, we start to make other people a priority and we forget about our own healing and our own way. So I hope that makes sense to you guys. If you want to join, message the page, send me an email, whatever you need to do to let me know you want in. There's 3 spots already filled. We have room for 2 more spots. So if you want to get that, send a message, or it is on the website, but it's regular price. So send me a message to save the $20. I hope you guys have a great day and a great week, and we'll see you neek week for week 21. Take care, guys.